Page 5 now, the assassinations of police in Dallas. It is the worst single-day loss of police lives since September 11, 2001. 5 murdered, 7 others wounded, some critically. 3 suspects in custody, 1 perpetrator is dead. He was blown up by police. However, before he died, he spilled the beans, revealing the motive for the attack. Kill white people. Kill white cops. A black power group is unleashing their own unfolding race war. And it's important to note that clearly this attack was coordinated and timed with a protest march in the name of Black Lives Matter. So, where's Obama, the probable inspiration for this carnage exactly? Joining me now on the Daily Ledger, Page 5, beats Stephanie Murray. And Stephanie, I know where he is. He's in Poland right now. He's over there ostensibly for the NATO summit. But before this assault took place in Dallas, I was taken aback at the words that were coming out of his mouth over there in Poland. The words that amounted to me as horrible, divisive, anti-police rhetoric.
Yeah, I mean, Obama is in Warsaw, and he's using the world stage to bash white Americans and police officers. Instead of trying to unite us, he sprang into action, exploiting the fatal shootings by cops in Louisiana and in Minnesota. Now, this despite the fact that we don't have all the details in either case. Both are still being investigated. So not only did Obama throw police officers under the bus, he also took the time to list a number of bogus statistics.
Last year, African Americans were shot by police at more than twice the rate of whites. African Americans are arrested at twice the rate of whites. African American defendants are 75% more likely to be charged with offenses.
Now, Obama also spoke out after the Dallas police ambush. He called the assault vicious, calculated, and a despicable attack on law enforcement.
African Americans, blacks, are arrested at a higher rate because, in general, they're committing a higher rate percentage of crime. So he's cherry-picking his statistics. But I can't get over this. The fact that he was using these racialist terms, to me, that potentially inspired these racists in Dallas to carry out and possibly begin what they're trying to start, a race war.
Yeah, I mean, he knew that tensions would be high across the country, and instead of using this time to unite, he starts out with, these statistics. But he doesn't, and of course he's cherry-picking, but he doesn't want to talk about the fact that half of the murders committed in the U.S. are committed by black men, which is astounding because they only account for 13%. Right.
And don't forget the black-on-black crime. It's off the charts. It's something that's horrible. This is what the President of the United States should be addressing. He shouldn't be addressing it overseas, by the way. He should be addressing it here at home. So it's incredible what he's been doing. But if we have to kind of step back and we have to look at the big picture. For the last 7.5 years, he has been fomenting this divisiveness.
Obama started anti-police rhetoric and race baiting back in 2009. And here's a look at Obama's war on police.
Not having been there and not seeing all the facts, what role race played in that? But I think it's fair to say, number one, any of us would be pretty angry. Number two, that the Cambridge police acted stupidly. But my main message is to the parents of Trayvon Martin. If I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon. There's also no excuse for police to use excessive force against peaceful protests or to throw protesters in jail for lawfully exercising their First Amendment rights. There are issues in which the law too often feels as if it is being applied in a discriminatory fashion. It is absolutely vital that the truth comes out on what happened to Mr. Freddie Gray. And it is my practice not to comment on the legal processes involved. That would not be appropriate. But I can tell you that justice needs to be served. We're going to prohibit some equipment made for the battlefield that is not appropriate for local police departments. I think the reason that the organizers used the phrase Black Lives Matters was not because they said they were suggesting nobody else's lives matter. Rather, what they were suggesting was there is a specific problem that is happening in the African American community that's not happening in other communities.
According to Gallup, confidence in police hit a 22-year low in 2015. In 2015, only 52% of Americans were willing to express a great deal or quite a lot of confidence in law enforcement. Now, Gallup today shows that number went up a bit, but only to 56%.
Here he is defending Black Lives Matter. This is a group, at least some of the members, if not all, are calling for violence against police. Remember, oink, oink, bang, bang? This was a direct threat against police from coast to coast. And the president decides to side with Black Lives Matter. Zoom out. There's a bigger picture here. In order for Barack Obama to get his fundamental transformation, he's got to create this chaos. He's got to attack the basis for our civil society. And that is authority. That is police. And that's the big picture here.
Yeah, it's interesting because we see that Obama loves to jump to conclusions, especially in these types of situations. He was pretty much wrong in every case. I mean, we were talking about thugs and officers trying to defend themselves. So basically, he was siding with thugs, saying that police officers do not have the right to defend themselves.
Right, and he was wrong on Freddie Gray. And it turns out, the prosecution was wrong as well 3 times. Hopefully they'll drop the case against the other officers. This is not good for our society whatsoever. And I agree that Barack Obama has the blood of these officers in Dallas and other officers from coast to coast, unfortunately, on his hands. Steph, thanks. Coming up next, Bernie Sanders down the
Man, this is some bullshit.
As the Daily Ledger
You telling me these motherfuckers are like really gonna sit there and bash the president? These cops clearly murdered these people. Killing police is wrong. I don't condone killing nobody. But you're gonna tell me you're gonna bash the president, talking about things that are very clear to see, killings of black men by police on video. I'm telling you, America's crazy. America and have no shame. Have no shame. I'm telling you, this is ridiculous. The most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Bashing the president because he's stating facts, stating the truth. I'm telling you, things got to change. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be bad. These people don't listen. And it's already starting to show. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone the killing of nobody, but I'm telling you, people ain't going to just they ain't going to keep taking this. Crazy.